Hello, I'm Ricardo Navarro from CESTA, Friends of the Earth, El Salvador.
Hello, I'm Stewart Stevenson. I'm the Minister for Environment and Climate Change in the Scottish Government, and I'm here hoping we can get a good result in Durban.
Mr. Minister, I have a question for you. It's a question from Chris from North Berwick. It says, unfortunately, the Durban conference doesn't seem to look like solving the problem of climate change by the end of this week. So, what plans does the Scottish Government have to engage with the international community to keep pushing the Scottish model of what must be done?
I think, Ricardo, Chris is absolutely right that we're not going to be able to solve the whole problem at Durban here this week. But I think there is a broad consensus, but not universal consensus, that we do need a legally binding framework of some kind. And the Kyoto framework, which dates now from the 1990s, is not really now what we need. It's good enough if we've nothing else, but it's not good enough for the way forward. So I think we do have to make sure that Durban does not shut off the prospect of a legally binding framework at some point, and creates the environment where we can sustain the one we've got. The Scottish situation, of course, is we represent 1/700th of the world's greenhouse gas emissions. So even if we shut ourselves down, it's not nearly enough. But I think what we're clearly saying is, as we engage with ministers in other countries, last night I met the minister from Singapore, a minister from Guinea, and I've been meeting many other representatives of other countries. They understand the Scottish message that we can rebuild new industries, new endeavours on the back of changing to a sustainable future. I think people understand that. Even government ministers can understand that. And so what our job here in Durban is to meet as many people as we can, to get that message across to them, to answer questions, to give them case histories. And we'll keep doing that, and not just at Durban. We've been doing it the last 6 months, we'll keep doing it.
But look, certainly we need a legal agreement, but there is also good agreement. Because look, whatever was agreed in Cancun, for example, I read a document from the Swedish Environmental Institute. They say that by the end of the century, with those pledges, we're going to get 5 degrees above. And if you look at the Potsdam Institute from Germany, they say with 5 degrees above, the Earth will just manage to have 1 billion people, not more. I mean, we are really going into a serious situation. And as far as I can see, for example, the US government is not planning to give more than what they gave in Cancun. That's what they are saying. Now, what are we going to do? What are the governments going to do?
Well, last night Ban Ki-moon at a dinner said to us, of course, we've just seen the 7 billionth human being on this planet, and we're already talking about 9 billion. So it is a very serious situation. And I think one of the things we've all got to try and do, you, me, but everyone who's engaged in this issue, is find ways of explaining in very simple terms to people who are not yet engaged. And the way I use is, if the temperature rises by 3 degrees, the energy in the atmosphere doubles. And people can immediately, they don't feel 3 degrees hotter when the temperature goes up. It doesn't feel very much. But if we can say to people that the energy doubles, people understand why storms are more violent, why rainfall's more intense, why the weather moves to extremes, summer and winter, and how, of course, that can affect the quality of life. It will make more deserts, people will have to migrate, we can grow less. When, of course, with increasing population, we need to grow more. So I think we all have to have ways of finding these very, very simple arguments that people can understand. That's only one example. We've all got to find more. Because the problem is, it's not just governments, it's not just the people here at Durban. We've got to get every person on the planet engaged.
Yeah, and we have to do it soon.
We have to do it soon. We have to do it soon. Well, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.